Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jen Morgan, the Karmic Psychic. I'm a Master Akashic Records reader, and I help you clear the karmic debt that's preventing you from living the life of your wildest dreams. So what we're going to talk about today is what actually is karma, right? Karma is like this term that has honestly got kind of a bad rap. People are like, well, karma's a bitch and karma's gonna come for you. And while it is true that if you are doing wrong to other people, that will, by law of the universe, come back at you, what we honestly need to be focused on a little bit more is how misalignment can create karmic barriers that prevent us from creating and manifesting the life that we want. So we hear a lot about manifestation and being able to put intention to what we want to create. If we have karmic barriers that we've created through levels of misalignment in our lives, it's going to prevent us from actually being able to manifest what it is that we want. And so when we talk about karma, we want to think about things that we have done, choices that are either physical or, spiritual, could be even like emotional, mental, right? Choices that we have made that actually go against what it is that our truth is, okay? So the more choices that we make that are physical or otherwise that go against us, that is actually how you incur karma. It is possible to incur karma when we know that we are doing wrong to someone. But again, the common thread with that is that we are the main factor, okay? So when we are doing wrong to someone else and we know that we are in misalignment with our soul, right? That is a gauge. So yes, you could do something wrong to someone else and incur karma, but when you know that it's wrong and you know that it goes against you and who you are on a soul level and your truth, that is how that happens, right? So on the other side of things, it's not always that you're doing wrong to a person. It can be that you're choosing choices that are in misalignment with your truth, your soul, your purpose, okay? So everybody comes here with a purpose or something that they want to experience, and it is up to them to make choices that create that experience and that reality. And so when we make choices that don't align to that, we can incur karmic barriers. And those karmic barriers are actually gifts, okay? So these are actually gifts and really powerful tools to help us to realize what is in alignment. So if you make a choice that is in misalignment, you're going to notice things happen or feeling a certain way, or maybe that kind of feeling or whatever happens, it goes away for a while. But when you touch on something that's similar again, that's going to kind of bubble up to the surface. And now you have something that's kind of like a learning lesson that you can decide to learn at that point or not. And ideally what happens is these things that you've created via choice that are in misalignment, you realize them and you kind of make corrective action to what it is that you want going forward, okay? So karma gets this rap of like, oh, well, this is going to come back to bite you. One, if you're making a choice that you know is out of alignment, don't make it, right? If you think it's going to come back to bite you, probably just don't do it, okay? But also, these are actually positive things. These are lessons that we are here to learn and we are here to experience on a soul level. And so karma is actually quite a gift at teaching us how to live a life of alignment while it is that we are here. Because when we experience misalignment and there is something that needs to be learned in order to adjust, karma is like the thing that's upholding that learning lesson, okay? So that next time we go and do something similar, we see a consequence, we say, oh my gosh, wow, that kind of something similar happened to me this time, right? A lot of people see this around setting like healthy boundaries, right? So this is we'll kind of take it down to a very earthly plane here. Imagine that you have the opportunity to set a boundary that's going to create a world that's healthy for you, and then you don't take that. You don't take that choice. You actually decide to people please and kind of appease the people that you have in your life. That's actually not creating a healthy environment for you to thrive in. And so the next time that you have something similar, your karma is saying, hey, there's a lesson here in order to teach you how to live in the most alignment with your soul. So really that's a gift to say, okay, well, you know what? I didn't set boundaries this time, but I recognize this and I'm able to set boundaries now that create a safe, healthy environment for me to thrive and grow. Okay. So a lot of times when people make choices that are misaligned, they are ones that interfere with the laws of the universe, okay? Or your level of personal alignment. Now, those are kind of one and the same thing. We can talk about that in a different video, but essentially each person has a purpose for coming here, which correlates to and is part of a bigger span of an umbrella of the universal truths. And so when we go against things that are like free will, that's a main one, or negating our own choice, and our choice creates a reality. These are things that definitely karmically uphold and that definitely need clearing work, because what will happen is you'll feel like you come back up against that lesson. So you made a choice and that choice was in misalignment. And then what happens is you go and you have the next experience and it's somewhat similar. But sometimes, because those things are more in our subconscious or superconscious layer, you just feel like you're hitting a brick wall all of a sudden and you don't know why, okay? So that's how karma can feel for most people. That's what people describe it as to me 9 times out of 10 is like, I feel stuck. It feels like I've hit this stage in my life and it's like I can't move forward. And I feel like all of a sudden I ran into a wall and everything stopped. And it's because there was a choice at some point that was misaligned. Now, sometimes also, here's a good thing to watch out for. When people make choices that misalign to their purpose, to their soul alignment, what will happen is and these are when you make a new choice, okay? So choices that are already made will not display this. They will come back up when something is triggered that creates a stimulus that is ready for you to learn a lesson. Now, when you make a new choice that is outside of the choices that you have already made in your reality, it's a brand new choice. What you'll see if it misaligns is what seems like everything going wrong, okay? So literally things will come into play in your next 24 to 48 hours. You will see all sorts of weird things happening and you will say, oh my gosh, this day's been so weird. Oh my gosh, what is happening? And it will seem that these things are completely unrelated, but they're not, okay? So you opened up a new choice, it misaligned, and so you opened yourself up to all these other things that could possibly happen that are also in misalignment, okay? So it might not be, okay, well, I made this choice, and then you say, for example, you make a choice in your business. And it might not be that you see a business consequence. So say I decide to create a new program and it's in misalignment. I might not actually see that that program is not received well. Okay, it could be received well, but then I'm also going to see weird things start to happen, like technical malfunctions. I end up getting into a car accident. I end up, getting sick. Okay, so sometimes these things are a little bit unrelated. We have a visitor. He is my friend. This is our kitty that likes to talk about karma. I might as well have named him Karma. I did not. Okay, but he is really great. He is very psychic kitty. Okay, so sometimes these things look completely unrelated, which for most of us, we're not even going to register connects with a choice that we made. So I want you to think about karma as a prompt to learn a lesson instead of a punishment, okay? Or even a terrible consequence, okay? Start to look at karma as if this is a lesson to teach me what is actually in alignment, and until I learn it, I'm going to keep kind of repeating the same things. And then on top of that, when we make a brand new choice that goes outside of the sphere of choices that we've already made, and we start to see things happen that seem very, very strange and unrelated within 24 to 48 hours, that's when you know that you have made a choice that is in misalignment. And you have to ask yourself, what was it that I chose within the last 24 to 48 hours that might be creating this outcome that's completely, maybe seemingly unrelated, okay? So when you guys think about karma, don't think of it so much as I've done wrong to someone. Definitely do not do wrong to someone, because that is universal law, love, compassion, and that we are one. So you do wrong to someone else, then yes, by law of the universe, it kind of does come back to you, because we are all one, and you're mirroring something that you want to come back, okay? So yes, that is karma. But I want you to think before you do something, is this in alignment with what I feel in my soul? Because either way, you're covering all bases, okay? So I wanted to talk to you guys about that today, because I get that question a lot. Like, why karmic clearing? Why is karma important? Well, karmic clearing is important because if you have these barriers in your way and you feel like you're constantly hitting this like brick wall, one, that's going to be rather uncomfortable for your existence. It's going to make you feel stuck, but you might not realize, you might not have the consciousness level to realize that you actually created that reality. And somebody like me who reads for that can say, hey, here's something that we can see, do you see the learning lesson here? So that you can learn the lesson without pain, with less discomfort, and then move forward with your life, okay? So hopefully that resonates with you guys. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. And if you like this content, please subscribe. I appreciate all of the love and all of the connection and all of the support. So I'll see you guys in the next video, okay? Love. If you loved what you learned about today, make sure to like and subscribe, and come check me out over on Instagram at Jen_Morgan, or on my website, jen-morgan.com. See you soon, guys.